Police Department of Ocala. Come in and enjoy some great food from the grill 12 till 8 p.m. Then shoot some pool anytime from 12 noon till 2 a.m. Time Out Billiards and Grill even has happy hour from 2 till 7 p.m. There's more fun on weekdays, Monday to Friday. It's free pool for everyone from noon till 4 p.m. Time Out Billiards and Grill. Questions? Call 352-444-POOL.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, Jim George is here. We're going to learn about technology and all things technical, etc., and all things, period. Jim's special guest today is the Jackhammer Man. There he is. Good morning, Jim. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Yeah.
What a show you got today.
Oh, this is something going to be fun. You know, by the time you guys leave at 1, or I shouldn't say leave, but go off the air.
Oh my
You're
God.
going to have a headache and a half.
Oh my God.
They're drilling through the concrete roof to put an air conditioner up there.
Oh, is that what they're
They're
doing?
on the roof?
They're on the roof.
Next, right above us?
Yep.
Oh.
Sounds like it.
Right in the other room.
They're on the roof,
Right
not
about
through the
Tish's
wall.
area.
Oh.
She unplugged her phone. Her fan. She thought it was that making the noise. And when she unplugged it, she said, "Wait a minute, where's that coming from?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wonderful day in downtown Ocala. Wonderful day.
Well, we can start with that.
Yes.
Have you ever been called to ask somebody to make a room soundproof?
Only once.
Yeah?
Only once. Yeah, that was years ago, though. It had the same type of foam that you have on the walls here to help deaden the sound. And
Oh, that works good, doesn't it?
Well, it does when you have it complete. You're maybe stopping a couple echoes now and then, but that's it. But no, if you did the whole wall like that, this would be close to being.
Yeah.
But as long as you have a drop ceiling, you're never going to be anywhere near.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
anywhere near.
Yeah.
Anyway, so no rain today.
15% chance.
15%.
I'm not going to say no.
All right. Yep.
I'm an amateur
Today.
weatherman, don't forget. Be easy
And we
on me.
see where the Halloween carnival thing has moved in next door to you. They were over by Bravo, and they moved out of there. They're seasonal, so they're moving
Yeah.
in. You know, they're renting space and showing you costumes you can rent and things like that.
So do you think they
I love
actually
that store.
earn enough money to not have to work the non-seasonal? I mean,
I don't know. It's like the fireworks people.
yeah.
Think about all the labor they have to store those tents. Then
Yeah.
they got to ship them to a place, set them up.
Yeah.
Then they got to get the containers loaded. And then they got to drop the containers off. Then they got to put up tables and everything and display it
Mm-hmm.
for what? 2 weeks, maybe less. Then take it all down and put it back in storage again.
What do they call
Twice
them?
a year.
What do they call this one? Spirit? What does it say on the sign? Can you see
This
it?
says Spirit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spirit Halloween.
Yeah. That's
Spirit.
this.
Are they open yet? Do you know?
That I don't know.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, the old Sears building is being occupied for the next couple of months by people selling Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And their air conditioner is being worked on also. There's another truck on the other side.
Oh, really?
An air conditioning truck.
Oh my gosh.
That's a big building to air condition, so they're going to have to
I would think so.
disqueen it or something. They to only have one little area.
One
Yeah,
section.
yeah. I often wonder about that. Like when you're in the subway in New York and the rain is actually coming through from the sidewalk above. I often wonder, isn't that eventually just going to cause it to fall in? I mean, if it keeps raining like that, right? Won't rain? Doesn't water like basically deteriorate anything it flows
It does.
over?
It'll wear concrete right out. But anyway, I guess they know what they're doing. I can't answer that. I don't know what's below that concrete. Is there a steel grate? But even so, water would rush the steel grate.
I don't know.
Well, how about all the cable though that's laid underground because when it rains, it's the soil sucks in all the moisture.
Yeah, it'll be in conduit. We have people that used to live in conduit used to live in New York and did conduit work years ago, and I'm sure they'll be calling in. But it's condensation. You put a conduit underground, and seal it tight, let's say. You open it a year later, it's full of water.
Oh my gosh.
Condensation.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, hot and cold, and it just stays in there and builds up.
I always wondered about that because I've got a Tupperware bowl that's about 3 inches by 3 inches, and I got my extra house key in there, and then it sucks it down, it seals it, and then I buried it in my flower garden because sometimes I forget my key.
Right.
You just told everybody.
Well, they don't know where my flower
They don't even know where a flower is.
yeah. So then I dig it up, and then when I, pick up the plastic container, it's got water in it.
Yeah.
And I can never figure out why. There's no holes in there.
Yep, condensation.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Same as you can put a glass with cold water in it and the outside gets all wet.
Right.
Same way, if the outside gets wet, it condensates inside.
Oh, gosh.
Basic chemistry. Basic chemistry.
So what's your project of the day? What are you working on?
I am on my way to Tampa. So when I leave here, I'm going to go to Tampa and see a gentleman that, a company, I'll be meeting the president of it, that does phone service to try and lower my costs for phones so I can in turn lower the cost per month to an individual who has a phone or wants phone service.
Oh
So
my
right
gosh.
now, the phone service is getting cheaper and cheaper as we speak because everything's gone internet phone. I mean, even CenturyLink, although they have hardwire to your house, it's voice over IP. It's internet phone.
Really?
Yeah, there's very little done nowadays with the actual hardwire as far as delivering. Well, like the lady who called in last week, she had AOL.
Right,
Dial-up.
Right.
That's why she has problems. Not only does she have problems because it's dial-up, but she has problems because she's AOL. AOL has been out of business for umpteen years as
What?
far as selling, any kind of
Oh,
service.
really? So,
Oh, yeah.
So, but they just keep it running
Yeah,
for those who
it's
have
legacy. Well, she
Okay.
has an email at AOL.com.
it? Right.
When you really want to have a Gmail account or a Yahoo account.
Yeah, those
And
are the
so
new ones.
she can get to the internet, but she can't get to her email. And that's why. It's just it's like a public domain type of service. It's just there,
Oh man.
and it's low.
Well, can she get out of the dial-up and just do regular on the...
She could, but AOL is the bottleneck. What she needs to do is just have someone who knows something about computers go into her computer and give her a Gmail account and say to it, anything that comes in AOL, transfer to my Yahoo account.
Oh, okay.
So therefore, or her Gmail account, therefore she would get all of her emails would come into the fast one, even though they were sent to the slow one.
By the way, I
Wow.
took that 8mm film that I told you about last
Right,
week,
right.
and I brought it to that guy in Bellevue you recommended.
Right.
And nice couple, the man and the
Yeah.
and the wife. They were looking at the film through her monocle, whatever. And she said that first she thought it was a store-bought film because it was made by Universal Studios. Because it's a theme park thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, on the envelope it says, we thought it said 1973. It says 1978. And the reason we looked closer at it is because she could tell it said Airport 77. So they must have made like a little, like an audience involved.
Participation.
Yeah, like a mini version,
Right.
Just to show you how a movie is made. So I'm hoping when I get it back, I'll be able to see
That'd be great.
my brother on there doing whatever.
Yeah.
Hopefully he had a line or two because
Yeah.
there is an audio track to it. So
Oh, wow, it's fantastic. Yeah, my dad was in a movie once years ago, and it was called The Lumberjack. I guess I should go online to public domain and see if I can see it. I've seen it once.
but he's actually an actor,
he was an actor in it.
a real movie. This is just
Yeah,
one of
it
those
was a
theme
real
park
movie,
movies.
right, yeah.
That's cool.
What did he do?
It was a movie about lumberjacks, and he was with Ernest Borgnine and a few other actors. And as a matter of
Really?
fact, when I was a kid growing up, we had famous people in and out of the house all the time. So, I think I came home from school one day, and the Four Seasons were at our kitchen
Oh,
table,
nice.
eating lunch.
Which was your favorite, Winter?
Was he wrestling in the movie?
No, he was just a lumberjack, playing the part of a lumberjack. He had a very small part.
That's pretty
But still,
cool.
we wished we had that clip. But I'm thinking now, since it's so old,
It might be on
it
here.
might be public domain.
Is it
and
Lumberjack Man or just Lumberjack?
I think it was called just Lumberjack, and it's an old movie, probably the early 40s, like 45.
And who's the star?
Nick George,
Wow, that's
Nicholas
pretty cool.
Mike George to be exact.
So he is the star of the movie.
No, he was just in it. The star was Ernest Borgnine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He was in it.
Oh,
I
let me
bet they
put-
were good
let me-
friends.
Let me put Ernest on there.
Okay. We'll see how that is. Well, we found that one with W.C. Fields about Ocala, and that was way older
Yeah.
than this. have to
Let's
do
see.
some
Ernest Bergdorf remembers McHale's Navy.
lumberjack.
I haven't found it.
No, I'll spend some time one day and look at it. But anyway, we all know somebody at one time. Weren't you guys in
Does he look
movies?
Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, but we weren't really active. We were,
Okay, you walked by.
We sat. We just sat and looked out the window.
Yeah, and you were peeking out the window.
Yeah.
Were you at a dinner table having dinner and looking out the window?
No, a cafe.
A cafe was same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty
yeah.
cool. It was
Cafe.
pretty cool.
Were the drinks real or just imaginary?
Oh, it was coffee.
Coffee.
It was the oldest, yuckiest coffee you could ever have.
Yeah, but you should tell them about that one guy that was hitting on the actress waitress.
Well,
drinking coffee.
I think all of the extras were not really actors, including us. And so one of the guys at the table I was at, Robin was at a different table, but he kept flirting with the waitress. And she was an actress, of course. And every time she'd come up, he'd try to say something, and the guy would say, "Cod, you can't say anything." Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So then and he kept trying to say the same thing to her. And he kept saying, "She's saying the same thing to me." I said, "Well, she's doing a line."
Now that is funny.
It's a movie.
Now that is funny.
And then he drank the coffee. He said, "This is the worst coffee." I said, "You're not supposed to drink it. It's fake."
Right.
What do you mean it's fake? It's a movie.
Could be watercoloring in water,
Yeah.
not even coffee.
And you have a phone call, Jim.
Yeah.
It's the guy on the jackhammer wants to have a
Yeah,
word with you.
yeah.
You're interfering his jackhammer.
Oh boy.
Good morning. You're on the air with Jim.
Yeah, I had a hard time getting through because it went to like a fax sound instead of ringing. I do have a Gmail account on that AOL.
Well, good. But you should get away from AOL. That's slow.
Yeah, that's what they sent me. I don't know what I can do about that.
Yeah. Nope. You should get away from AOL. It's a slow. They've abandoned it in sense. In other words, it's just working, and that's it.
Yeah, but what else is on dial-up?
Well, that's another problem. There's
Yeah.
not much on dial-up, but you can get to any website by dial-up. Yahoo, Google. It's just a website, and it will be slow only because your dial-up is slow.
Well, it's not slow. It's just sometimes I'll get it go right through, and then sometimes, like last night, I just got the email is unavailable temporarily.
Yeah. The AOL email. You might want to. You can ask AOL to forward that to a Gmail account.
Well, it is in Gmail. It is Gmail.
Oh, so you just use you want to get away from AOL. You might want to look into calling a computer store that does this for a living. I just happen to know a little bit about the websites and such, but there are some better sites to go to, even though it's dial-up.
But you're talking about just the email.
Yeah, I'm talking about just email. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you then.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
So I don't have a clue what you guys are talking about. So
Well, she's the one that called in last week about her AOL account.
I know that, but I don't understand. She's got Gmail, but AOL also.
Well, she uses AOL to get to her email account.
Gotcha.
And what I'm saying is use another source to get to it.
Well, can't she get rid of the dial-up part of it, though? I mean,
Well, she
I
could,
don't
but that
have
would
dial-up.
be to pay for an internet connection.
Oh,
And what she's saying,
okay.
she's already paying for phone.
Yeah.
And if there's a way to get to the internet through the phone, why not utilize it?
Oh, that way
not-
she won't have to pay
Yeah, because some
extra
people
then.
don't want to surf the internet. They don't want to go out and pay their bills online or what. They just want to, be able to get emails back and forth from grandchildren or whatever it is, or see if there's a sale on it at some place in town. But why pay a minimum $39, probably $59 a month for an internet connection if you don't have to?
Yeah.
And you don't have to, but you pay for the slowness. I mean, in other words, you just have to wait.
Exactly.
Yep, your time is. See, my time's more valuable than what it would cost me to do something like that. I figure if let's assume it's $50. Well, let's assume it's $60 a month. That's $2 a day. And I could definitely earn more than $2 a day. So,
Oh, for sure.
so I'm not
Yeah.
worried about it.
So watch-
Someone on fixed income may not. Yes.
Jim, watch. This is Jeepers Creepers. You're going to see me and Robin. I isolated the piece we were in.
All right.
It's very quick, by the way, but I did slow it down just to show you here. So this is the actual film, and that's me.
Look.
Sit right there. See there?
Yeah.
There I am, right there. But I stopped it, you see?
Yep.
That was the guy asking for coffee. And this is the actual stars. There's Robin. See, look.
look at there.
Looking back.
Yeah. So the back of you guys is very photogenic.
Yeah, we
I
got
know,
the back of
we're
our head.
so
See,
good.
Yeah.
and Robin was a real star. They actually had her do something with her hair the same every day, so that it would look the same all 3 days, because it was a 3-day thing. 3 days for like 20 seconds. Look, me looking through the window. See?
You look at there.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's what you do now. So you've always had a job looking through windows.
That's it. That's my
That's right.
whole legacy.
You were at the Cascade. You were looking through windows.
That's right.
If you guys ever leave here, you got to find a spot that has a window.
And a jackhammer man, I think. Holy cow.
Yeah. No, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, one
So
comes
great.
in, one goes out. They're working on the air conditioning.
Well, there he had a story about the new Samsung Galaxy Note 10 and the 5Gs this morning that were coming out. I thought we were up to 6G now.
So 5G is going to be a reality, hopefully, in our lifetime. But there's so much involved in it that we mentioned the frequency at which it only does short distances, so it has to be amplified more and more and more. And so you'll have amplifiers everywhere. Sometimes your home will be an amplifier. They'll say to you, the cost is X dollars, but we're going to put an antenna on your house and give you better reception. That's true, but they're going to use it as a repeater. And the frequencies they use affect C-band technology, which is what you have for your own dish out there. That's and the repack has already happened. That's where broadcasters have to move their channels around to suit the FCC. And a note I read today said that broadcasters may have to repack again to make room for 5G because it's taking up the C-band frequencies.
Oh, my.
So all in all, 5G is a political bombshell, and it's very technical, and it's right now it's only going to be used in major cities like New York, Denver, Colorado, and such. Florida may have it in Miami, maybe Tallahassee, but Ocala probably won't see it till 2025.
So will we be
my.
missing anything? I mean, what?
No, you still have 4G, which does everything you want it to do, except 5G does more. And you have to ask yourself, is more better?
I wonder what the difference is.
I mean, sometimes you love roast beef, but after 2 or 3 slices of it, you don't want to see any more.
That's right.
You don't want to see any more. Move this thing out of my way.
So is that a good idea to invest in the phone now, or should we wait till after
No,
the
you
first
can
of
wait.
the year?
You can wait because the first 5Gs are going to be more expensive. Like the first 4K TVs. Everything's going to be more expensive. And there's some trial and error. Remember, the standards aren't necessarily set. I mean, South Korea, for instance, has a 5G. And so that's why you see the Nokias and the Samsungs and such, coming out. Those are already in use in foreign countries. But when you look at the size of Korea and you look at our size, they can easily implement it because there's hardly any. There's Seoul, Korea, but the rest of it's forest and woods and back. It's like China.
Oh, okay,
You can
right.
go for probably 500 miles in China and not see a person.
Probably, yeah.
It's just all mountainous and everything else. So, anyway,
terrain affects it.
It's not going to be for us. And then, of course, there's other wireless stuff coming out. I mentioned to you last week with the thing that I was working on, which is wireless, and that's supposed to be ready in November.
Really?
And if it's ready in
Wonderful.
November and everything works the way it's supposed to work, this time next year it'll be a moot point.
You know what I saw the other day? Wireless marionettes.
Isn't that something? What holds them up?
So I guess they're just remote control. I don't know.
Oh,
but,
you're saying okay?
but they look like they're being pulled by strings, but they're not. There's some guy with a device out wherever. How far he is? I don't know how far he is.
Really? They're like floating?
No, they're
I mean, they're...
standing.
Yeah, but they're...
So they're attached to
marionette.
strings, but he said instead of like you using your hand, there's something else remotely doing it, and all you do is maybe joystick it or something.
Something, yeah. I don't know how he did that.
Or write a program it for it. Tell it what to
Isn't that
do.
something?
Right.
Program
That's pretty
for it.
amazing.
It is pretty amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff out there, but the more complicated it gets, the more they go wrong.
Can I
Yeah.
show you an advertisement I wanted to share with you?
Advertisement.
And,
I don't see enough of those, so yeah.
no. This is going to be no, it's a radio ad, so you gotta have your headset
radio
on.
advertisement.
Yeah, and I want to share it with you because it definitely shows the difference in the times we live in. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is for something called Beauty Locks. Ready? You need your headset on.
Oh, Beauty Locks. Okay.
Yeah. Ready? Have you heard of Beauty
No,
Locks?
no.
Okay, listen.
And now
Wait. What was that?
And now a message.
Okay. Wait. There's some music coming from somewhere. Where's the music coming from? I got enough sounds going on that I don't want. Here's the thing. Okay. All right, Jim, ready? Here we go.
And now a message from our sponsor. Ladies, tired of drying your hair with the same old vacuum cleaner? Try Avon Shave brand new Beauty Locks portable hair dryer. It's smaller, it's faster, it's guaranteed to give you the hair you've always wanted in half the time. Beauty Locks is delicate and dainty, just like you. The dryer weighs only a pound and easily fits in your hand. Now that's beauty and convenience. With a speedy motor that will dry your hair in as little as 25 minutes, you can get gorgeous hair without falling behind schedule. Don't worry about the little ones or that pie in the oven. Thanks to an extra long extension cord, you can move around while primping your locks. Forget those long trips to the salon and no more waiting for hours under monster machines. Avon Shea gives you an easy and speedy hairdo that will blow your man away. Get it now at your nearest Macy's.
There you go.
There you go.
So what I liked about it was it's only 1 pound.
Yeah.
You can move anywhere because of the extension cord.
Right.
Yeah.
And it only takes 25 minutes to dry your hair.
Yeah.
Just like today.
Yeah, you can,
Nothing's changed. It's still.
you can cook dinner. You can take care of the kids.
Yeah.
You can take
You might
care
want to
of your
record
man,
this
your-
this noise. This will go down in history.
It's being recorded. Don't worry.
And here they go. They're
Here
going
they-
up.
There they go. Yeah, I wonder where they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're working up there.
This is great.
Yeah, this is so the window of opportunity now. This is what this has become. You can see all this latest and greatest changes. It's like that H.G. Wells movie. I forget what it was called. Where Time Machine, where the guy was at his window and he saw everything changing.
Yeah.
And now you're
that
seeing
was
people
cool.
walk by. All walks of life. Changing.
Really? I
changing
never saw
times.
that.
Yeah, with
never
the
saw
different
H.G.
fashions
Wells?
and things.
Oh, it's public domain. You can watch that one.
Cool.
There's a ton of movies in public domain that are all free.
Do you look like your father?
I do.
So I want to see the movie. What's it
Good
called
movie.
again? The
Lumberjack.
bartender. Lumberjack.
Lumberjack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Starring
Good.
Nick George and Ernest
Oh, no, not
Borgnine.
starring. He was just he calls it an extra in there, but he knew
But he's the lumberjack.
Ernest Borgnine. He was one of the lumberjacks.
Oh, okay.
One of lumberjack.
And Ernest was another one?
Yeah, he played in 2 or 3 movies, but he couldn't remember their names. But he remembered the lumberjack one.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
This
neat.
is pretty interesting. You've got a fascinating
Yeah, my
history,
dad
Jim.
did a ton of stuff. It's hard to live up to what your dad did.
That's right.
It is.
That's right.
It really is. Every generation is hard to live
Yeah,
up to
yeah.
it. Gosh.
All right, so and what's happening this weekend? What's present? The words First Friday is next month, right?
Right. In a few weeks.
2 weeks from today is First Friday.
Okay, and nothing this week.
No, nothing's really going
All right,
on
well that's
this
good.
weekend.
Any,
It's a back
so
to
is the
school.
play? Are those plays all over with now at the Civic Center? What are they called?
Nope, they're
Oh, they got a
they're-
good one.
Well, they're firing up their season now, starting Sunday, and it's called Matilda. It's about a little girl that's brilliant, and she comes. It's a musical.
Yeah.
She comes.
Jim
from
doesn't
an-
like musicals.
Right.
from an abused family, but everybody's around her to help
Sure.
her get out of this dilemma. So she's so adorable. When you're going around Ocala and you see the billboard that says Matilda, her face is on the billboard.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like everywhere.
And she's a local
So
person?
She's a local person.
Wow.
Yeah, they're all local
So
at the
good.
Civic
So
Theater.
talented.
Oh wow.
So great. She sings.
Yeah, we have great
dances.
talent. There's no 2 ways about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not going to help, Joe. Jackhammer's down. Yeah, they're off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
feel like I'm on a dentist chair.
You need a new dentist if that's
Yeah,
what your
yeah,
dentist sounds
yeah.
like.
No, but that's a great idea. I'm glad we have the services that we do have in Ocala. People tell me, slow Cala.
Yeah, I know.
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
You can do anything you want. I talked to a gentleman just yesterday. We were in the forest doing fixing a red box way out past Lynn, and we were passing through the forest. I said, "Have you ever been in the forest? You're born and raised in there." And he said, "No." I said, "Wait a minute.
What?
You've never been out in the forest. You've
What?
never gone camping. You've never gone to Mill Dam or Juniper Spring or any of those places. No, never have." And no wonder you think there's nothing to do. you're passing everything up.
There you go. That's
Exactly.
it. That's the bottom line. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I can remember taking church groups out in the forest, and we would park, and we would walk all day. We'd pass ponds, and we'd pass streams, and we would camp out, and we would do, and then the whole day, and then spend the night there.
That is the
next day,
secret.
walk back, and what a wonderful time.
The secret to finding something to do is looking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
it's out there. You just don't, you have to go look for it.
Jim George, thank you so much for
Oh, no
being here
problem.
during the Jackhammer sessions. And
Thank you for the goodies.
Oh, you're welcome. And I see that you have a new book out.
yes,
So what does this say?
the Chanteuse Sleigh Ride?
So how what's a chanteuse?
There's a female singer, and in this case, the sleigh is the singer and the girl riding it.
Yeah.
So I've had cars and such that made a lot of noise and whistled and and creaked. But
You
this
had a
thing actually sings.
You had a
That's
Chanteuse
right.
Rambler, yes.
Well, I'll look forward to reading this new book.
Oh, thank you.
All right,
Appreciate
well,
that.
thank you.
All right, we will be
All right.
right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Love you.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.